Do you like being good at things and dislike that feeling of incompetence? If so, your desire to be competent and your desire to grow are at war. I'm going to teach you the 4 levels of learning and how to get off your current level. By definition, growth puts you into a new place, expansion, a place where you are no longer the expert. So if you dislike feeling incompetent, you will either consciously or subconsciously sabotage your growth potential. Now, by the way, if you like business and growth tips, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for future updates. Now, let's dig into these 4 levels of learning. The first level of learning is what we call unconscious incompetence, which means you don't know what you don't know. Maybe it's an area, a skill that you've not really had to pay attention to in the past and you're just a bit blissfully ignorant to it. Then you graduate to this level where we call conscious incompetence. And that's when you are subtly made aware. This is an area where you need to grow or you need to improve. And that's a very uncomfortable place to be. The third level is called conscious competence. And this is where you're in the process of learning, maybe even have the skill to some extent, but it's still hard. It takes a lot of mental effort or energy. You have to really exert yourself. It's not something that comes natural to you yet. And this is also an uncomfortable place to be because oftentimes this is working in areas that you don't really enjoy because it's difficult. The 4th level of learning is called unconscious competence. And now the skill is like second nature. It comes easy to you. You don't have to think too much about it. Kind of like driving a car after you've been driving for several years. You can drive and talk on the phone and eat your breakfast and get to your destination and not even really remember the journey. It just kind of, you have a conscious competence. You can just do it on autopilot. Looking back over my business, I could identify a lot of things that used to be hard for me or that used to feel like a really big deal. And now they're pretty easy. They're kind of second nature. In fact, if you think back to the problems that you had in your business 5 or 10 or even 20 or 30 years ago, you might even chuckle a little bit that like, how happy would you be to trade your current problems for your old problems? Because now it's a little surprising that it was actually such a big deal to you then because you've just come so far in your journey and those challenges aren't challenges for you anymore. As one of my mentors says, you never outgrow your problems in business, you just graduate to higher quality problems. But yet, here you are, standing on that perch of conscious incompetence yet again. And you might be thinking, I'm not good at that, I don't like it, and I don't really want to do it. Because one of the challenges to success is the more successful you are and the longer you're successful, the harder it can be to stretch your comfort zone and put yourself back into that place of incompetence because you're accustomed to being successful. So if you're not careful, this can lead to stagnation or even complacency. So if right now you are operating in unconscious competence, meaning most of what you do comes pretty easily to you, it comes pretty natural without a lot of extra effort, then you're done. That's it. You're not growing anymore. You are perfectly equipped to get your current results, but not that much more. So if you have bigger goals and ambitions for your business, you have to grow into the person, into the leader that's capable of achieving those. And that requires conscious incompetence. As Seth Godin put it, if you care enough to make a difference, if you care enough to get better, you should care enough to experience incompetence yet again. Let's face it, you've had all the growth you're gonna have in your comfort zone. It's time to get uncomfortable. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.